Okay, today we will practice identifying and labeling the different shapes in our triangle drawer. So we have our triangle drawer pulled over here, and we are going to look at each one and practice identifying their name. The first one that we have is our scalene triangle. This is our scalene triangle. This means that all of the sides measure a different length, and we can take our ruler and we can measure each side. This side is 6 centimeters. This side is 8.5 centimeters. And the last side is 13.5 centimeters. So all the sides are different lengths. That means it's a scalene triangle. I'm gonna move it over here. The next triangle we have is called an isosceles triangle. Our isosceles triangle has 2 sides that are the same length. So we can measure to check. We have one side is 10.5 centimeters, and this side is also 10.5 centimeters. So those 2 sides are the same. And we can measure the last side is 7 centimeters. So we have 2 sides that are 10.5 and one side is 7. That makes this an isosceles triangle. Our last triangle we're gonna identify is called our equilateral triangle. Equilateral means that all the sides measure the same length. So we can take our ruler and we will see this side is 10 centimeters. This side is 10 centimeters. And this side is 10 centimeters. So all the sides are equal length. That means it is equilateral. Now, I'm gonna mix these all up, and I want you all to try to put them in the correct spot. So first, where does our equilateral label go? Which triangle is the equilateral triangle? Yeah, good job. It's this one. And which triangle is our scalene triangle? Yeah, our scalene triangle's over here. That means all the sides are different lengths. And our last label must go here. Isosceles means 2 sides are the same length. We are gonna put these back, and now we're gonna look at some triangles that we can identify not by the measure of their sides, but the measure of their angles. So this triangle we have is what we call a right angle triangle, or some people just call it a right triangle. That means that one of its angles is a right angle. So that means that it measures 90 degrees. And we can take our right angle measurer and we can check if it lines up, and it does. So this triangle has a right angle. so it is a right triangle. Our next triangle is called an acute triangle. This means that all its angles measure less than 90 degrees. They're all acute angles inside of this triangle. And our last one is this triangle. This is an obtuse triangle because one of its angles measures more than 90 degrees. It has an angle that is greater than 90 degrees. Now we're going to take these and mix them up. And I want you to try and put them in the right spot. So who knows what this triangle is? Yeah, that's our right triangle because it has a right angle. Okay, who knows what this triangle is? Correct, that is our obtuse triangle. It has an angle that is obtuse or greater than 90 degrees. And does our last one make sense? Yeah, it's an acute triangle. It has all of its angles measure less than 90 degrees. For your follow-up, I want you all to make a chart of all these 6 different triangles that we just identified, and you're going to draw them and you're going to label them with all their names.